Hi, it's been a while. Welcome back to my channel. A lot has happened in the last few months, and I really have been wanting to do another video for you, and I need to take out March, and so I've been holding off and waiting. So if you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you, and I'm happy to have you back if you're a returning viewer. So the planner that the cover that I'm in right now is a Moterm Veg Tan in honey, and I have been getting this leather to patina as quickly as possible. I've been putting it in the sun, giving it a sun bath. I've not been gentle with it, and it's patinaing rather nicely. So I love it. So the outside, inside, you can tell is a little less aged. I do not show pictures of my daughter, so that's what all these post-its are. I did a flip, a short flip of my spring setup that I did in February. And so you'll see a lot of these dividers are the same. I haven't changed my dividers or anything, just the insides, but these are all paintings and collages that I do myself. And I did fun with my sewing machine, and it malfunctioned all the time, and I actually liked that, so I kept it. So this is my dashboard. People say they're inbox or whatever, so I guess this is like the inbox equivalent, where I leave notes to myself that I have to put in my system. Post-its. This is my schedule tab, and again with the sewing around the edges. So this is March's, and I used to be, I think I said in my very first video that I used to be a Franklin Covey planner, and so I do the master task lists a lot, but sometimes I just purge what was in my planning pages from the previous month, and I put them on these lists. But this is these lists are no longer working for me, and I've done it a different way, and I'll show you that in a second. My daughter doodles and gives me stickers all the time because I have a sticker maker. Not like the fancy sticker makers that you guys have, but like, I don't remember what it's called, but like a craft sticker maker, and she makes stickers for me all the time, and I'm always having to find places to put them because they don't really go with my aesthetic, but I love her. She watches these videos, so hello. Anyway, I also changed the way I've been doing my weekly planning insert. I just needed to not handwrite everything so much. So I use the Annie Plans Printables daily, weekly, timed inserts. And it comes with a week, and I don't plan out my weeks like this, so I use this side for my menu planning. This is the plan, and then in my planner pages is actually what we ate, so that I can track when the leftovers are getting too old to eat, or when my husband wants to know when he made a certain thing. So I made this weekly plan sheet on Canva, same system, the undone tasks from the previous week, my focus for this week, and then on the back I have reflections. So this is just like quick paragraphs of how the week went, how I feel about it. And I was sick and tired of handwriting it all, so I decided I'll just play on Canva and make it. So that's what I did. March was crazy. It was a busy month. For those of you that don't know, I am a mom, a wife, a business coach, an author, and an artist. So I have a lot of hats. So this month I had my book release, which was crazy. It was great, and it was just so exciting, but it was a lot to maintain, a lot to keep track of. I used the old Franklin Covey legend for my tasks. So a check mark plus a highlight means it's done. A dot means that I've started it but have not completed it. An arrow means that I'm moving it forward or backwards. Sometimes I get to a task before I've scheduled it, so I have the arrow going the opposite direction. And then tasks that don't have anything next to it means that I didn't get to it. It's not really a priority. I'm leaving it in here to come back to it and put it on my master tasks for next month, but that there's no real urgency to it. So I block out, so this is where events go. I block out work and personal so that when I time block, I can focus on just work or just personal and not be flipping back and forth between the two. Or I can flip back and forth between the two if that's what needs to happen. And then down here is where I track bills. On this side is where I track any timed task or appointment or work block. And then I do time blocking with labels. So that's how I do my planning on my daily pages. So this was me working on book stuff. This was the day that my book was released. And of course, Facebook was down. So yeah, that was awesome. So I'll just quickly flip through these pages here so that you can see. Oh, sometimes I have a list that I need to do that's too long to put on my daily pages, or it just doesn't work. So my office is a bit of a nightmare right now, and so I made a list of all the things that I need to do to get the office clean and organized and in good standing. So this is the list for that, and obviously I didn't get to any of it, or I got to some of it, but not much. And then I also make notes in the event section of things that happened in life that I need to know about. So like I didn't sleep well, or if my husband or daughter is sick, that sort of thing up here in the corner. And then I use the same legend for the weekly planning pages. March was just a crazy month with book stuff, tax stuff, hockey season, you know, the important things. I don't decorate a whole lot, but sometimes I do decorate with washi, or last month I decorated with scrap painting pieces from my collages that I made washi out of, and I like that. This is my favorite washi tape of all. So my aesthetic is kind of like rainbow and black and white. If I were to say that I have an aesthetic, that's my aesthetic. So like date night and Girl Scouts, all of that is on the schedule, and my crazy life. Sometimes it's fun to see what the pages look like when it's all filled out and when there's stuff on the pages. So I know I'm flipping through this and you're probably like, why is she showing us all this? But I like seeing people's pages once they've been filled out and used. I move forward a lot of stuff. Oftentimes, like this list was way too ambitious, right? I had way too much on the list to even get done. But the reason why it's like this is that as long as the task is in the planner, then I don't have to have the mental reminders and the mental chatter constantly telling me at the most inopportune time that I have to do something. So I write down everything that comes to mind in the planner so that it's at least in the system. The stars are when I do my visualization and my manifestation, also my meditation, depending on the day. Yeah. So this day was a day that I was overambitious. I also have bipolar disorder, and so this planner is more than just a planner for me. This is how I live my best life, but also my most healthy life. And so moving things forward might stress you out, but it's just part of my system. I've gotten used to it at this point. If something has been moved all month or been moved a lot, then I take it seriously and I assess and I say, okay, does this task really need to get done? Is it urgent? Can I delete it? When can I do it in reality? These stickers I make with watercolor. I just take Avery return address labels and I watercolor them. I had a lot of cancellations this month. My husband was sick and had to go to urgent care that day, and taxes. Our taxes are incredibly complicated because I have 2 businesses and then our personal taxes, and it'll take me a good week to a week and a half to complete all of our taxes and get them to the CPA and everything. And then Easter. And then these were things that I need to do in April that I put in here because when I didn't have my April pages yet. So right now I have just March and April. I can't wait to get these March pages out. And as soon as I have these out, I will print out May and put May in. So I went back to the original Franklin Covey master task list for the things in my planner pages that were not getting done or that I can do at some point in April, but I just don't know when, or anything that's on my mind. So these 2 lists, personal and business, with my painting scraps. These lists were really long this month because I went through all of my email inboxes and I just purged and went through all of the lists that I need to get done this month. So this is my monthly task list, and I'm back to drafting the next book this month. So this month is pretty busy. So this is April, using the same weekly planning page, and I'm really happy that I made this in Canva. It just, with the paint, the watercolor around the edges just makes me really happy. So same setup, same decoration with washi. These are the hockey game stickers. For those of you that don't know, hockey season is forever long. It's great. I love it. So there's a Etsy shop who will take your team and she'll take the schedule from the NHL website and make them planner stickers so that you have the whole season's worth of games in sticker form, and I just love them. It makes it so much easier to track the games for me if they're in my planner. So more decoration with washi. And then this is today. I'm doing okay, not great. It's the late afternoon. A lot of bills that I've been putting off that I haven't gotten to. So these are what the pages look like before I fill them out. They look pretty plain. They don't have washi, obviously. It's just a box of grid and the daily schedule. And I kind of like that Annie Plans printables are plain like that, because then I can go in and do whatever I want. I have tried to, I used 24-pound paper because I slit my pages and I like that they don't tear. But I also missed with the Erin Condren their Hammermill paper. And so this is Hammermill 24-pound paper, and I love it. I love the thicker paper. I did try to watercolor on this paper, but it didn't work out real well at one point. So I just use washi instead. So these are the blank pages. I changed the watercolor on the weekly plan sheet just to do something different. And then this I pre-planned when I have events from my Google Calendar. I'm a hybrid planner. My clients schedule on my Google Calendar, and so So I have both a Google Calendar with my schedule, but then my planner pages. So that is April. And then I'll show you the rest of the deco. So this is a vellum with a magazine cutout that I printed. This is my future planning. So these are dates that are in my Google Calendar, but that aren't in my planner yet because I don't have May, June, July, August planner pages in here. I only keep the current month and the next month in here. And so this is where I keep track of events that need to go into my planner once the pages are in. I used to be a photographer, so this is a made-up Polaroid that I made with one of my favorite photos of my favorite photographer. A magazine cutout with the spring color theme that I was going with, and then one of my collages in the back. For those of you that want to like be more creative in your planner and want to do painting and collage like I do, and you have a hard time coming up with like a color palette, I would recommend going into the Pantone color palettes, because that's what I did. I went with the yearly Pantone color, which is like this peachy color, and then I pulled colors that went with that color of the year, and I went through all my collage papers and put it together. I write vampire romance, so you'll see a lot of vampire stickers because that's what I write. Those are my books. Master tasks. So this is a task list, both personal and business, of things that need to get done but don't have a date, don't have a deadline that needs to happen, but they need to be in the system in some way. And so that's what these are. This is my personal section. More pictures, stickers that my daughter gave me. I love sharks and bees, and so any little thing she gives me with sharks and bees go in there. This is a city map of your city that I got, an acetate that I layered with one of my collage vellums from Etsy. I don't remember who the seller is. I'm really bad at remembering sellers, so I apologize. Hashtags for my dollhouse, more dashboards, collage dashboards. I need to print out the new daily mood trackers. I've been mostly stable except for a couple days in March. Because I'm bipolar, I can't do a year in pixels or any of the pretty mood trackers that everyone does in the planner community. My mood tracking is pretty comprehensive and more important than just tracking my moods in a pretty tracker. And so this is the tracker that I use for my psychiatrist. And I track my meds and events that happened. We have a date night once a week. It's not like we're going out or anything. It's when I stay up later with my husband while my daughter's asleep. I normally go to sleep when my daughter goes to sleep, but on date night I stay up really late with my husband to watch a movie that we wouldn't normally be able to see with my daughter awake. This is diet stuff. Both my husband and I are on different diets for different things, so those are notes. That's a watercolor. A self-portrait my daughter watercolored for herself. This is the future tab. So this is my routines for different things. So my daily routines, my admin routines, weekly routines, weekly tasks. So I will kind of look at this while I'm planning my week and see what things from this need to be put on the weekly plan. Quarterly, monthly, and then yearly. And then these are similar to this, except that it tells me how much time each one of these things takes. So that if I have like an extra 15 minutes or an extra 30 minutes, I can go to do one of these things instead of using the 15 minutes for reading like I would prefer. This is converting inserts, printing inserts. So this is manifest. This is where I do all of my manifestation stuff. My word of the year last year was empire, so I printed out the Empress card. This year it's the same word. It hasn't really changed because I'm still trying to build an author empire, slowly but surely, one book at a time. So these are all books that I need to read from my coach, or a plan of what to do if you have a certain amount of money with your author business. Like if I have $1,000, then I do German translations, etc., etc. These are my goals. These are my future goals, and these are my 2024 goals. Sometimes I do gratitude, so this is a gratitude list. This is a plan for building a successful author brand and author business. My success plan for my business. And then this is my letter to my future self. So I can't read this right now. I read it on the 30th of December 30th of this month. So at the end of every year, I write myself a letter as if I have achieved all my goals, and then I sign it and date it, and then I don't read it for the entire year and see what I was able to manifest and complete. So that's what this is. This is my create tab. So this is like all my book notes and stuff. Not all of them. It has book notes in it. Most of my book notes are on the computer. I write vampires and angel romance. So you'll see a lot of angel themes too. But this is branding information. This is author courses that I've paid for that I need to actually sit and take. So I have those, but I haven't had the time to sit through them. This is notes for my author newsletter notes, beta reader notes. Another dashboard. Hashtags for my author account. I keep saying this, maybe I should take these out at this point, but for the last few months, this is supposed to be my social media plan, my weekly social media plan, but I haven't done anything with them. I have instructions on how to do the plan. It's just I haven't had time to sit and do the plan. And then this is my notes section. So yeah, these are just random notes. I needed to change my business credit card on a couple of accounts, so that's what that is. I need to meet with my attorney, so that's what these notes are. These are just scratch notes. So yeah, and these are all blank pages. I like using personal sized pages in my planner because they're smaller, and so because they're a random weird size other than personal wide, they stick out to me more than just a personal wide sheet of paper. So sometimes when, like the cleaning list you saw, sometimes I'll put a list or notes on a smaller piece because it makes it different to the eye. It'll stand out differently. And then another dashboard. This is a Foxy Fix Pocket Dash with stickers. I do a lot of my planning with stickers, and so these are all my writing stickers. Editing, writing, drafting, all of that. And then this is a pocket I made with collage on a piece of vellum, folded it in half, laminated it, cut the top off, and now I have a pocket with my collage on it. And these are more watercolor stickers that I told you guys about. And then my Wednesday Addams dashboard that I printed off of Pinterest, I believe. And then this is more stickers, just a ton more stickers for my daughter's piano lessons, or when I'm writing my angel books, or when I'm writing my vampire books, etc., etc. Big back pocket has school papers and Post-its inside, and then my leather charm for this planner. I also have a new Veg Tan Dune planner that I can't wait to get into, but I'm trying to patina this planner a little more. I know it'll keep patinaing over time, but I just love how this is looking and feeling. So I might switch into Dune, I don't know, May, maybe, who knows. But yeah, that's my planner. Nothing has really changed except for the collage and the art elements. I'm still in daily pages, as you could see. I don't change my system much. If my system is working, what's the point in changing it? I don't change for the sake of change. If I need change, I switch out the covers or the art inside. But my planner has stayed consistent for 18 years, maybe more, closer to like 25 years. Why change it if it works? And if it's not causing you problems or difficulty, then why change it? I know that people change their inserts all the time and they go to different insert companies. That's just not who I am. If I find a system and it works, I stick with it until it breaks, and then I start to kind of figure out what's not working about it. But as a business coach, I have my system down. I've been in my system for a long time. And I started with the Franklin Covey system, so a lot of that still works for me. I've been using that system since I was 12. God, that's been a long time. I guess 32 years now. So, I'm a creature of habit. If it works, I stick with it. So anyway, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're living your absolute best life. I'm excited to get March pages out of here. And if you liked what you saw, if you liked what I shared, go ahead and subscribe or hit like, and I would love to show you more. At a certain point, I thought maybe I should do plan with me's, like weekly plan with me's, but my system, I don't know if that'll interest you guys. I did one earlier and I didn't get much good feedback from it, but if that's something you want to see, go ahead and leave a comment and I'll be sure to film that for you. And other than that, have a good weekend, have a good life. Hope you're doing well.